What's going on, everyone? Good day. Um, I'm gonna make another video regarding the Bitcoin halving. The original, I made a video about it before, but the audio, didn't turn out well. So let's get into it. Every 4 years, there's an event that takes place, for those who don't know, called the Bitcoin halving, where the rewards that miners receive from solving or receiving block rewards that they receive from their mining processes. Right now, today, they receive about 12.5 bitcoins every 10 minutes for those who receive the rewards in the mining pool. In 4 years, there's a halving where that amount is decreased. So this next halving for Bitcoin is scheduled for the spring of next year. Here it says May 22, 2020, 361 days, 23 hours, 17, now 16 minutes. There's a countdown, right? So this also, when this occurs, the mining reward, I believe, will be reduced to from 12.5 to 6.25 coins per, I believe, per block that gets created or rewarded, I should say. So that by itself will create, scarcity, and demand will go up. One thing I do find interesting is there's an article that I was reading where Fidelity Investments, in my opinion, one of the bigger, larger institutions that have, for example, they hold assets under management. There's an article that I read where Fidelity was talking about how many mining equipment that they have in an office in Texas where they mine Bitcoin. It sounds like they're really serious about mining crypto. There was a previous article that came out where they said that within weeks they're going to allow their institutional investors, to mine Bitcoin. Not mine, but trade or acquire Bitcoin. It's fascinating stuff. We're talking about Fidelity Investments. They have their own mining gear in the Texas office, in an office in Texas. Incredible, 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 incredible. And when I see how larger companies also are making their own investments in the blockchain, billion-dollar corporations like IBM, trying to at least acquire patents for the blockchain. When you have Microsoft that are working on top of the Bitcoin blockchain or protocol to introduce some privacy identity features, it's very telling. That's very telling. When you have corporations like Whole Foods, Barnes and Nobles, Bed Bath and Beyond, I believe, and these other retail companies who are accepting crypto, Starbucks, who are accepting crypto through applications like the Winklevoss twins with Flexa and Spedin, where you could actually use the crypto. Crypto, it's growing. Bitcoin is right now being viewed as more of a store of value, a secure network. store value. There was a 51% attack that was done on Bitcoin Cash network by two mining pools. And this wasn't done, it wasn't nefarious in nature, but a 51% attack was done on the blockchain, where if a miner or mining pool owns more than half of the pool of the network of that's getting generated, they can create an attack. So what happened was, this was done because they've been able to figure out something where if they did not create that 51% attack, there would have been some Bitcoin Cash coins that could have been easily open for grabs due to lack of security. Bitcoin network hasn't experienced that in the 10 years that it's been in existence. I'm not crapping. I'm not trying to give insult anyone who's into Bitcoin Cash. I'm just speaking about an event that took place within the last few days as of this date. So Bitcoin is secure. Bitcoin is permissionless. You can't confiscate it from anyone. It's peer-to-peer. It's scarce. Okay? People say if the internet were to be shut down, and I've even said it, because I didn't know this until recently. I've even said that the only way to take down Bitcoin, from the information I was gathering, the only way to take Bitcoin down is if there's, a complete shutdown of the internet or some type of electromagnetic pulse incident that occurs, which if either one happens, we'd have a lot more to worry about than some Bitcoin. I didn't know. I just discovered that Blockstream, a company called Blockstream, has Bitcoin satellites already in orbit. That way they can deal with Bitcoin, quote unquote, Bitcoin redundancy. Should the internet get shut down, that wouldn't, have an adverse impact on the blockchain due to the satellites that there are right now that create Bitcoin redundancy, that can protect the blockchain. Anyone who wants to continue, to use the protocol, to use the internet of money, to use Bitcoin, won't have to worry about it being destroyed, if you will, because now they're satellites in orbit, Bitcoin satellites specifically. Intense, people. So the halving countdown, and some point in the spring, it's happening at some point in the spring of 2020. And here it says May 22nd, 2020, 1300 hours, 25 minutes, 35 seconds that this thing is going to occur. Right? What do you think? We're watching something take place in front of our eyes that's going to have a direct impact on humanity. There are about 9,300 or so nodes, active Bitcoin nodes, that are in operation, 24/7 to help secure the network, to help verify transactions. Because a lot of people are saying, although you may purchase your Bitcoin from an exchange, for example, from Coinbase or Binance or KuCoin or wherever exchange you use, although you can make a transaction to purchase a Bitcoin from an exchange and you have it in a hot wallet, meaning on a computer, or you keep it even in a cold wallet offline, if you're not running a Bitcoin node, How do you know that the Bitcoin you got from the exchange is the real thing? The Bitcoin node can verify that you have Bitcoin, that you own your private keys. This thing is just so vast, so fascinating, incredibly, incredibly, incredibly disruptive and revolutionary. I implore anyone who's has any interest in this to just look it up, look it up, because this is about to affect us. I think, in my opinion, this is about to affect us in ways that we couldn't even imagine. We're watching this unfold. You might as well become attuned to what's going on. We're watching it unfold. And I'm not saying anything about actually buying Bitcoin. I'm just saying study or research, be aware of the information of what's going on here. Even if you don't buy, try to understand it. It is complex, but there's information out there. The internet is a super information highway that can help people understand what Bitcoin is and what its purpose is. I like to say it's the internet of money. Keep it simple. It's a bit slow, but when you're dealing with this is the first cryptocurrency, that's been secure, that's now being seen as a store of value. Yes, it's a medium. You can transfer also wealth from place to place, person to person, without permission, trustless, due to its blockchain that can't be changed. Once you have your private keys, you own your Bitcoin. Keep it simple, but also know that this is game changing. If one investment management firm like Fidelity Investments is jumping on this, these are signs. If the U.S. government, quiet as kept, is on a list for allegedly having 10,000 Bitcoins in their coffers, if a government like Bulgaria, they say Bulgaria has over 200,000 Bitcoins in their coffers because they seized it from criminal organizations or groups, criminals who've been, engaging in nefarious activities. So whatever Bitcoins they had, the government seized. But what has the government done with those coins? No one really knows. They could say whatever they want. If Israel has Bitcoin, according to this list, upwards of over 1,000 Bitcoins on the list. You have individuals like, of course, Satoshi Nakamoto, we don't know who he is. I certainly don't. Has over 1 million Bitcoins in his wallet. And then other individuals also have hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. But then the government, these banks are now trying to introduce their own coin, like Chase, trying to introduce their own JPM coin. Facebook, working on, their own coin, their own global coin they're trying to introduce. What does that tell you, people? I'm not saying you people in a pejorative sense. I'm included in this. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? It tells us that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all and the remaining or the altcoins that will last will not go anywhere. They're not going anywhere, and it's going to become a mainstay in our daily reality. our daily economic reality. It's happening by the day. As each day that goes by, the Bitcoin network effect becomes that much more powerful, that much more secure. It can't be shut down. It can't be turned off. It is not controlled by anyone. It is decentralized. I can go on, but I'm gonna take a break from the rambling. I thought this was gonna be a short video, but then I get caught in when I'm on a roll, I start to continue. But listen, people, just be mindful of the halving. Take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you later.